Hi guys, I'm Rony, and today we will focus on stability. What does it mean to stay stable, open, and to show up for your own body on the mat? Let's begin. This class might look a little different from what you thought when you clicked on a class that's about stability. Usually when we think about stability and posture, we think about very open and tall kind of movements or poses in the body. I actually want us to explore that idea of stability and posture while being fairly close to the ground, so that later on we can understand that no matter where you're at, it doesn't matter if you're standing or sitting down or standing on your hands, you always need to find that stability, that openness in the body, that grounding sensation. We've talked about what it means to find a grounding sensation in our standing class. And now we're going to see what that means to find this grounding sensation a little bit closer to the ground. So in order to take the practice today, if you have some yoga blocks, bring them with you. It might make things a little easier for you. If you don't have yoga blocks and you have coffee table books, that's always a great opportunity. All right, we're gonna get started right away with child's pose, Balasana. A lot of times, yoga practices start with a child's pose. Child's pose needs to feel super relaxing, and it really allows us to take a moment and dive deep into the practice, into the flow, into this permission that we're giving to ourselves to find ourselves and connect inwards. But sometimes child's pose can feel really tricky, and it can feel like a lot. That is what we're going to try and eliminate, and notice what it means to find a child's pose that is super grounded and super relaxed. So let's find it. In order to find our child's pose, we'll find our hips to the heels, and I'm going to relax my forehead onto the mat. I can stretch the arms in front with the palms facing down, or by the sides of the body, palms facing up. Now here are some things that might feel tricky. You placing your hips on the heels might feel like a lot. If that's the case for you, you can either bring your toes in, or you can place a blanket underneath your feet. And there's also a chance your forehead doesn't touch the mat. If that's the case, take a yoga block or a blanket or a pillow, place it on the mat, relax your forehead down, and either stretch the arms in front or place them by the side of the body. What I want you to make sure is that Balasana feels great. So if you're right now in your Balasana and you're like, this does not feel great whatsoever, this is the time to keep on exploring. And if there's something I didn't say, if you have a suggestion to yourself that I didn't mention, you are probably right. Make sure that Balasana is an opportunity for you to completely let go. There's another option with your knees. You can have your knees together, allowing upper body to soften gently on top of the legs, or you can move the knees further away from one another, relaxing the body in between the knees, starting to open up into your hip joints. So find the Balasana, the child's pose, that's right for you. Let's find a few breaths here. This should feel super rewarding. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Very gently allow yourself to sway from side to side, gently moving the hips from side to side, rolling the forehead onto the mat, massaging the third eye. And gently, let's come all the way to our hands and knees, tabletop position. From tabletop position, we move into different variations. We can send the arm in front and the leg back. We can open to the side. But I want us to take a moment and find the right position of our tabletop position. Meaning, we don't want to collapse here, but rather we want to feel grounded, pressing away with the palms, pressing away with the shins, pulling the navel in, finding a straight spine here. Notice you're not looking forward and you're not looking back. So you can have a long back of the neck here. I'm looking down and in front. Feel the press through the palms, feel your fingertips pressing against the mat so you can find this engagement throughout the body. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale, keep on pressing with the palms. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Gently, we're going to send ourselves back, cross at the ankles, and we'll move all the way back to sitting. Now we're going to notice what it means to sit super tall in the body and really engage the body and elongate the muscles. We sit most of our days probably, whether if it's in front of a computer or in front of the TV or sitting and grabbing a coffee, whatever that is, there's a good chance that you're sitting down. There's also a good chance this is not the way you're sitting most of your days. But through this sitting, we'll notice what it means to keep yourself tall and open instead of dropping all the way back. So we're gonna send the legs all the way in front, and if it's hard to keep your legs straight, you can keep the knees bent, roll a blanket, and place it underneath your legs in order to press against the blanket and keep yourself tall. Keep on opening the chest towards the front, flex your feet, and I want you to think that the balls of the feet are reaching forward as the toes are reaching up. So it's not about just pushing the toes all the way back towards the body, but it's about toes moving back as the balls of the feet are moving forward. As you do that, try to think about your sit bones and press your sit bones all the way down to the mat. That will automatically allow your upper body to open up a little bit further more. From here, we're gonna start to place the palms on the mat. Now, I'm gonna show you something fun. Start by trying to put your palms on the mat. And there's a good chance you were able to do so. And if you were not able to do so, you're in good company because my palms are not even close to the mat. And that just goes to show how much the anatomy of the body needs to be the catalyst that allows us to understand how the pose should look in our body. Try to remember, we always want the pose to serve us rather than us serving the pose. So if your palms don't touch the mat, take your yoga blocks, place them on both different sides, and place your palms on the mat. So you can really feel the press through the palms and keep the chest open. Try to think about your elbows moving back, roll the shoulders back. Notice we're not collapsing here to flexibility, but we think about hugging the rib cage in, pressing the sit bones down, thinking about the crown of the head reaching all the way up, and pressing gently through the palms. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. If that was super tricky for you, you can also just come next to a wall and press your back against the wall. Just try to notice that you're pressing your whole back against the wall and then find the press through the palms at the same time. And if needed, keep your knees bent and roll a blanket underneath your and roll a blanket underneath your legs. Let's play a little bit more. This might look like a lot, but I have confidence in you. You can definitely find it. Let's move into our crow. And that means that we're actually gonna stand on our hands rather than our feet. Now, you might be thinking, she's crazy. I'm new to yoga. I'm definitely not standing on my hands. I invite you to stay playful and see how that feels, and I have faith in you. So here's what we're going to do in order to find the crow. Two most important things in crow. You want to make sure that you're grabbing the mat instead of flattening the palms against the mat, and you want to make sure that you're looking down and forward instead of only down. Your mind is going to tell you look down to make sure you're not falling. But if you're looking down, then point of center in the body is not positioned in the right place, and so that's when you're going to trip. If you're gonna send your gaze forward, you're gonna send your body forward, and you're gonna find the right balancing. All right, so in order to find it, we're gonna start by sitting in our Mala Asana. So I'm gonna place my toes out, and we're gonna bring my heels in, and let's actually start with bringing the palms together. Roll the shoulders back. Let's find this openness in the chest. Let's give ourselves a moment to ground ourselves down, feel the feet pressing against the mat. And once again, notice your posture here. Are you collapsing down, or are you able to open up? Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale. And on an exhale, I'm gonna place the palms all the way in front, and I'm gonna start to bring my toes a little bit further in and send my tush all the way up. Grab the mat instead of flatten the palms. Start to look in front, lift your heels off the mat, and start to place your knees on your arms. You can place your knees all the way up next to the, you can place the knees all the way up next to the armpits or on the sides, on the tricep area. Look in front and start to send your body forward. Remember, I need to grab the mat with my fingertips. And then you can lift one leg and drop it down. Lift the left and drop it down. And we can start to walk here until we feel that we can press more into the mat. If this is too scary for you, just place a couple of pillows in front so that you can let go of that fear and start to become more playful. And if you feel that you're not really able to stay stable here and press against the mat, you can take two blocks, you can grab the blocks with your hands, lift yourself all the way up. One foot and then the other. Now this is me going all the way up. You definitely don't need to go all the way up, although you can and you will. But right now, let's stay a little bit further down and only one leg and then the other. Play around. If it feels right, you can send your body forward, lift one leg, stay here for a long time, and maybe try to gently lift the other. So we can start to play here. I'm gonna play with you guys, and we're gonna try to take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale on. Inhale. Exhale 2, keep looking in front. Inhale. And exhale 3. Gently relax yourself all the way down. Interlace the fingers. Let go of your wrists. Take a moment to shake the hands. And let's come back to sitting. We found some heat in the body, some fire in the body, and now we can use it to stretch further, deeper in. So let's send the right leg all the way in front and bring the sole of the left foot into the inner right thigh. If your knee moves all the way up, take a yoga block, a pillow, a blanket, place it down, and allow your knee to rest on top of it. Keep on activating the right leg. And from here, gently we're gonna bring the palms down to the mat, and we're gonna start to think about sending the heart, the collarbones, all the way forward. Toes move up, balls of the foot moves all the way towards the front. Notice we're not collapsing into the right sit bone, but rather both sit bones are pressing into the mat, and then you're sending the heart further towards the front. Inhale. Exhale 1, maybe drop down to your forearms. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Drop the head heavy and roll yourself all the way up. And let's switch legs. Send the left in front. The sole of the right foot is pressing against the inner left thigh. Notice we're not collapsing onto the side, pressing both sit bones to the mat. Place a block, a blanket, a pillow underneath your knee if you feel that you need it in order to ease and let go a little bit further more. From here, place your palms on the mat, send your heart, your chest forward. Balls of the foot are moving forward, toes move up. Inhale, shine your heart forward, collarbones forward. And exhale, keep sending yourself forward, sending the sit bones back, pressing both sit bones to the mat, maybe placing the palms down, maybe placing the forearms down. You can also grab a scarf or a strap and grab the foot with the strap. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Soften those shoulders. Exhale 2. Inhale, pull the navel in. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Drop the head. And roll very gently all the way up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. And bring your heels closer to your body, into your butterfly. Flap your butterfly wings a few times, let go. Notice we're not dropping back, but rather we're pressing the sit bones to the mat, opening the chest. And then from here, grab your ankles, send your heart forward and all the way down. You can place your palms in front if you wish. You can place your forearms down if you wish. Start to notice what it means to open up the hip joints as you're relaxing further, deeper down. If you're fairly comfortable here already, you can keep your hands on your ankles and start to relax all the way down towards your feet. Pull the navel in, relax the head heavy. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And gently roll all the way up. So after we found stability and groundness through sitting up, let's notice what it means to find those ideas as we're laying down onto the mat. So send the legs all the way in front of you and relax your back all the way down. Arms on both different sides of the body, palms facing up, legs are spread in front. Close your eyes, Shavasana, corpse pose. This is how we end practices, allowing ourselves to completely let go and stay present at the same time. So I want you to take a moment to just take this moment in. So I want you to take a moment and just notice, stay present. Usually, when we let go, our mind goes somewhere else. I want you to notice what it means to keep yourself present, and if that creates any physical change in the body. Allowing yourself to perceive the mat, the floor, the ground as your support. Feel the back pressing against the mat. Feel the shoulders relaxing down. The palms are soft. Face is serene. Eyes are closed. Let's take 3 deep, luxurious breaths here. Inhale. Gently on another inhale, swing the arms all the way up. Maybe interlace the fingers, maybe flip the palms, send the palms towards the back, send the heels towards the front. Press the lower back down to the mat. Inhale. And exhale, relax it down. Roll onto the side of your body. Press your left palm to the mat and come all the way up to sitting. So finding stability is not necessarily about always keeping ourselves really tall and open, but rather it's about letting go and through the softness, allowing ourselves to open and find a stable, open, present moment. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time. Namaste.